In the last episode of Town Hall 11 Free to Play, we knocked out the clan games. Today, let's look at the Super Archer. Is she really worth unlocking? Every time there's a new troop added into the game, we want to try to remain a little optimistic. What can it be used for? It's new, it's fresh. How can we gain an advantage over our opponents with it, right? Well, when it comes to super troops, we kind of get a little weary about it because that's a lot of dark elixir to spend. And what can we actually use that thing for? And obviously, it's a temporary troop for a week. So you got to try to make the most out of your dark elixir anyways. And by now, you know that the Super Archer has been added into the game. What's going on, guys? My name is Joe and welcome back for episode 39 of the Town Hall 11 Free to Play series. And unfortunately, because we did not upgrade our Archer in the initial upgrade priority listing like I talked about a few months ago, we cannot unlock the Super Archer on this account. I did, however, unlock it over on the Rush base, and I played with it for a little while and I had a little bit of fun with it, but it's not exactly like the Sneaky Goblins or the Super Barbarians where they tend to pay for themselves. So this troop costs 50,000 dark elixir, like most of you probably know by now. And when we get into the stats, I mean, that thing's got 12 housing space. That is a very large housing space, which tells us that the game does not want us to spam this troop. Now, in theory, it looks great. It's a good looking troop. It's got a really cool bow. It's got the little mask looking like Batman and Robin or something like that. The sharp shot, and I really feel like it's more like a super funneler, like a sniper, so to speak. And when we jump into the tryout mode, the tryout mode doesn't really give it a lot of justice. It doesn't scream unlock this troop. It's not a game changer. So I'm going to drop a few over here. And we got an Eagle Artillery, 12 housing space with 23 of these troops. That adds up really fast. So we know that we're more than likely going to activate the Eagle Artillery if we are unable to get rid of that Eagle Artillery with a few shots of this thing. And so I just dropped about, I don't know, almost 9 troops right there. And we still haven't taken down the Eagle Artillery. It's going to go right there, but it's going to get taken out by troops around it. That is a lot of housing space, and that's really kind of saying, okay, we can't bring a full army of this troop. We need to have other troops in order to be effective. So then it led me into trying to tie it into other armies. And so over on the Rush base, I was using a Yeti Smash. We're going to go ahead and jump over there, and we're going to take a look at a replay. And I brought about 2 or 3 of the Super Archers because in reality, 12 housing space, that ties up a bulk of your army, you know what I mean? So we did, let's see here, we did a Warden Walk. We used a level 14 Warden. It's not necessarily ideal because it doesn't have a lot of damage per second anyways, but I was just trying things. I was just trying to see what it could do. And we got the Super Archer added over there, and they're able to take out this army camp, and then they're moving up into the builder's hut and then the barracks. They're getting some range on the barracks over there. The Archer is tying the fire, or she is shooting the Grand Warden, so the fire's tied up. There's a tanking unit, so to speak, right there with the Super Archers. The one problem here is that when the Super Archer ventures off by itself, it doesn't have enough damage per second, or actually hit points here, to stay alive for very long. It's doing damage to that cannon, but it's not reaching deeper into the base to do damage to, say, this air defense. And so once it ventures off like it does, it's going to get picked off. That's a lot of housing space to miss out on. 12 housing space, that's like 3 wizards that you could use in your army. The same thing's happening over here. I'm trying to use it to do a little bit of funneling over here. So I think that you would be able to use this troop in a more serious style attack, but I don't feel like it's something that is really truly worth 50,000 dark elixir in my opinion. That's just me being cheap right now. I'm saying, do I really want to spend 50,000 dark elixir on a troop that I'm going to use to funnel, or can I use cheaper options? So we're just going to do a very basic example using this troop just to see what it looks like. Now, when I look at my army with 3 of those Super Archers at 12 housing space apiece, that leaves me a very limited army. We got a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s. We can't bring as many P.E.K.K.A.s as we would normally bring in a Yeti Smash. Now, I did not bring any Clan Castle troops because, again, this is just a very basic example. And so we could set it off by itself like so and get some serious range on it, but it's going to get taken out eventually. But it's going to do some damage to this cannon. You got to have a building in front of those defenses, like, say, a gold storage or an elixir storage or something like that, to really get the most value out of that. And when we really look at all the bases out in global, you more than likely won't find a lot of bases like that. But in Clan War, you more than likely will. So I feel like this troop is going to be more useful in the Clan War setting in your more serious attacks, where you got a lot of serious players, where they have no problem spending that 50,000 Dark Elixir. So we were able to do some damage on both sides. This is where I feel like it's going to be most useful in the sense of a funneling type situation. Now, you got to really place this thing correctly to make sure that it gets in on its initial target. Say, you're not looking just at the building that's going to be striking, but you're looking at buildings back behind it. Where can you get value? Taking out that archer tower was very beneficial. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drop a few P.E.K.K.A.s, and we'll go ahead and line it up with some Yetis. And that's really about it when it comes to our super archers, because they're going to venture off and get killed because we didn't drop a tank to block for them. So back on the Town Hall 11, we do have the Super Archer inside of a siege machine, and we're really just going to take down this base and see what it does outside of the previous parameters that we had it. It looks like a really good funneler. It's more of one of those troops that you would use if you're in a serious style attack. But unfortunately, I don't see it being used much for farming. I can definitely, choose better options for farming instead of spending 50,000 Dark Elixir on this super troop like the baby dragons. That would definitely be a really good option. And so we're going to go ahead and drop the siege barracks over here, and we're going to release the P.E.K.K.A. and wizards to emerge from that. And let's go ahead and try to work this queen inside the base. We got to wait for that queen to turn the corner and draw the fire from that archer tower. Open up this compartment. We're going to work the queen inside the base, and almost got that wall opened up. Let's wait until she gets a little bit deeper. Wizards are working on buildings. They're clearing out the funnel. We need that queen to go inside the base. Let's go ahead and drop our rage spell and release our wall breaker. Queen's going to backtrack and go towards the inside of this base, but unfortunately we lost our wall breaker, so she's not going to be able to crack in. Okay, so where is the Eagle Artillery? There is no Eagle Artillery. It's being built right now, so that works out really well for us. All right, so here comes our Super Archer. You'll notice that the Super Archer is getting some range on that double cannon, and we do have some tanking units in the Yeti and the Giant. Let's go ahead and release our miners over here. And the queen's taking some serious damage over there. Let's go ahead and drop a rage spell on her, and she's going to go around the corner and start targeting buildings over there. All right, so where did our super archer go? Okay, so it's still down there on the outside of the base doing damage to buildings on the inside. So that's very useful, but there's only one of those, and it has to have a support troop or a tanking unit in front of it to be truly effective. All right, let's go ahead and freeze this stack of defenses right there. And let's go ahead and drop a baby dragon right there. Baby dragon for only 10 housing space. Not a bad option at all. So let's go ahead and drop a heal spell. And our super archer will fly off the map. So, yeah, that was okay. Was that really worth it? Well, I don't really think so. She got some damage on a few buildings, but she wasn't able to take out a ton of buildings. So, yeah, I don't know if this is really a great example at all, is it? Definitely not proving the case here. Definitely not proving the case. But we did get some serious loot here, right? Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and do another attack over here with the Super Archer. I want to say Sneaky Archer for some reason. I think it's because of the Builder's Hall side. But I did try the Super Archer inside of a Wall Wrecker earlier. Did not work out very well. They just went inside of the base and died. So, yeah, I want to go ahead and get that one knocked out. So we got it back in the Siege Barracks again. And we're going to drop a baby dragon over here and find... Oh, my gosh, that baby dragon just got popped, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and drop a rage spell here for our Archer Queen. And we have to deal with an Inferno Tower, checking the clan castle, make sure that there's nothing inside. And we need her to eliminate that Inferno Tower. Let's go ahead and drop our Siege Barracks. Let's do it over here and see what happens. So Queen's going to take out the Inferno Tower, and I guess we could drop some wall breakers over here to open up that compartment. Let's drop another rage spell there. Open up the compartment. Queen's going to be able to grant access, and I dropped that rage spell a little far ahead of the queen, right? That didn't work out very well for us. All right, so she will get some healing effects, but the healers will go into the rage spell eventually. P.E.K.K.A. is leading the way for our wizards, and we have an Eagle Artillery that has been slightly activated. It hasn't started firing yet, but it will start firing here in a moment. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Queen, she's taking some serious damage here. Let's go ahead and get our miners down. The Yeti is now on the map. And let's go ahead and prep a heal spell. And let's go ahead and rage up our queen. Well, maybe, yeah, let's go ahead and rage the queen up. Let's go ahead and freeze that eagle. And drop a heal spell. I'm trying to pay attention to my miners. Don't really know what our Super Archer is about to get taken out, right? She is about to get popped. Let's drop that heal spell on the eagle. Thought I dropped it already. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I misclicked or something. It's okay, though. We'll work through it. And the miners are going to find the Archer Queen. And looks like our Super Archer is no longer with us. So really, how useful is she? That's the real question here. Miners are going to go forward instead of backwards. Oh my goodness, you guys are jerks. You guys are jerks. Go after the eagle. All right, so we got a group that went after the eagle. We're going to drop a heal spell over here, and they're going to backtrack, go after the wizard tower. Let's go ahead and drop, that was a bad idea on the miner, or the minion. The poor minion stood no chance. He got taken out by an archer tower. Queen's still alive. We still have her ability. The miners are working their way into the second inferno tower. Let's go ahead and drop a heal spell down here because of the bomb tower, and we have one single archer that we can drop over here. So overall, I did not really catch it. Maybe I'll go back and look at the replay, but I didn't see the super archer do very much of anything that really stood out as saying, I must have it in my offensive clan castle. But the miners, they were successful. They will take down a bulk of the gold off this base. And I think we got a bunch of loot off this base. Let's go ahead and use that queen's ability. Get rid of that cannon, get rid of that altar, and that will leave us with a gold mine and one more cannon, which is going to get taken out by a miner. Okay, nice little pool of loot. Very nice. So Super Archer, is it really worth unlocking with 50,000 Dark Elixir? I don't really know how to feel about that right now. What do you guys think? Drop it down in the comments below and let us know how you feel about the Super Archer. Were you effective with different types of strategies, or do you have some type of theories on how we can apply it? I wanted to try out a little bit of basic things. I didn't want to get too technical on saying if we put the Super Archer here versus this building, it's going to take out this building. I didn't want to get all like that because not everybody faces off against the same exact bases. I feel like it's going to be very, very useful in the clan war scenarios, but we'll have to wait and see how it works out in the upcoming future. If you enjoyed our content, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you like watching us regularly, turn on those notifications. If you need any additional video support, or you want to see this Town Hall 11 free-to-play series from the very beginning, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.